so I want to continue the conversation with you about mental health, about having the conversation and normalizing mental health. And so today I really want to talk about stigma. The stigma that we have around mental health is pretty big. People think of getting help, seeking professional assistance for your mental health and well-being as a negative thing. Something has to be wrong with you, or it has to be an extreme. But I think that we have to realize that just like you go to the doctor, you get a checkup, you go and you get any self-care or any maintenance that you have. Your mental health and mental well-being should be just as regular as that. Checking in. A lot of times we wait until crisis happens, or we think people have to reach out when there's something extreme happening. But we are all individuals, and we respond and we suffer through things differently. And so my breaking point may be different than your breaking point. My needs are different from yours. And so when we have someone that we are having a conversation with, and they express a need to get help, or that they think that something's going on with them, we have to be more aware and more intentional about the words and the things that we say to them. You don't want to stop someone or be, your comment being the reason where someone doesn't get help, or someone says, oh, well, so-and-so said I should be fine. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. Everybody becomes an expert in these moments. And that's, if it's not your lane, if it's not your expertise, then let them go and see a professional. Encourage them to go and seek help. And so as we are having our daily interactions with people, as we're talking with our friends, our family, our colleagues, as we're talking with them, support them. If someone says, I think I need to go and speak with a professional, or I'm really struggling today, acknowledge that. The first thing is, let's acknowledge that they are reaching out. Some things aren't always clear. So sometimes we have to listen very closely at what people are saying. This is a cry for help, and it comes in different ways. But encourage them. Don't shut them down. We always want to throw our opinion in or our expertise in on somebody's situation, and sometimes that's not helpful. But we want to be able to support them. So if you think about when you were in that moment, think about something that you wish someone would have said, or the support you wish you will have when you are in those moments where you need to just think about your mental health, where you need to take a break. And so be intentional about your words. Support each other. Make it okay to say, I need help. I think that we don't make that okay. So if someone is coming to you, if someone says something, acknowledge it, support them, and ask them, hey, do you need help? Do you need me to help you find someone? Do you need me to help you search? It could be something small like that. And even if they decline it, but what you let them know is, I acknowledge that this is serious and real for you, and I want to be there for you. And I think that goes a long way. A lot of times we just want to feel supported, and that continues the conversation. When we hit them with, what's wrong with you? Or why are you reaching out? Then you shut them down. You basically let them know whatever's happening with them, it's not okay. It's not okay to talk about. And then guess what? That might be their moment where they finally have the courage to say it out loud, and then you shut them down. So be aware, be intentional about your words, about how you say things to people. Be kind. It's simple. But remember that these moments could be big moments. And so sometimes we get lost in our daily hustle, lost in our moments where we are always aware of what we say to people in our interactions with people. But just remember that somebody might be in a moment where they are reaching out and they're doing the best they can. They don't know how. A lot of people, they just don't know where to start. They've never had an experience like this before. They've never, been outside of just their regular doctor or, a regular appointment, where they aren't thinking about that it's okay to make an appointment. It's okay to think about your mental well-being and your mental health. But the more we can normalize it, the more we can talk positively about it, the better it will be. The better it will be just for our community, for our families, for us as individuals, because it will begin to be okay. We have to normalize it. We have to make it okay. So I encourage you, as you talk with people, as you have your daily interactions, to be very aware of your words, be intentional about your support with people, and just think about, sometimes somebody might be in a moment where you may not understand, but it's not for you to understand. Just support them and ask them, how can I help you? Or do you need something from me? Or can I help you look up something? And that goes a long way. And just think about, if you were in their shoes, what would you appreciate, or what would you think would be helpful for you? And as we continue to go through these things that we're dealing with, it's tough right now. There are a lot of things happening. As we do that, this is a time that we have to be very aware of our words. But this is also the time where we have to be positive about people seeking help, and people not being at their best all the time, and that's okay. So be aware of your words, listen and support, and just think about, sometimes if you are in their shoes, what you would need, what you would want, and how you would want somebody to be there for you. Thanks.